So Curt Schilling was fired by ESPN. As you know, I hate Curt Schilling. I'm a Yankees fan. I was jumping for joy. And usually I don't jump for joy when people get fired. But I cannot stomach Curt Schilling. Hate him. That stupid bloody sock, Red Sox, Diamondbacks, always hating on the Yankees. I can't stand Curt Schilling. And you know what? His big mouth got him in trouble. Now, one thing that was misinterpreted, and this was misinterpreted by me, I had some feedback, obviously, after this whole story was out, and people thought I was thinking the wrong thing. Let me interpret to you on the podcast what I meant and what I feel about this whole thing. So Curt Schilling, as you know, was fired by ESPN for making anti-transgender comments on his Facebook. Now, everyone's going out there saying, freedom of speech is dead, ESPN, how dare they, it's the Second Amendment, he's well within his rights. Nobody is saying that Curt Schilling does not have freedom of speech. Curt Schilling can say whatever he wants. It's Curt Schilling's Facebook. And Curt Schilling can say whatever he wants. Because he does have freedom of speech. Because that's the beauty of America. But ESPN, which is Curt Schilling's employer, also has the freedom and the right to fire him or anybody else that makes their company look bad or does not bear well for sponsorships and images going forward. And as we know, there are a lot of people that do back the transgender bathrooms in North Carolina and all that stuff that's going on with the transgender bathrooms. And Curt Schilling was not one of those people. And it's a touchy subject. And when you go out there, and whether he came out for it or came out against it, you're a sports talk show host or you're a sports analyst, sports announcer. There is no reason for you to even get into that. Yeah, you want to go freedom of speech and talks amongst people, but for him to go on and it's posted up on the Soriano podcast on Facebook on our page, the anti-transgender rant that this man went on. And he has his freedom of speech to say what he wants. It's the beauty of America. But ESPN, as his employer, has the right to terminate him. If I said something offensive, well, Salem Media and Sirius has the right to fire me or suspend me or do whatever they want to do. It's well within their rights. Now, another thing is, don't be stupid. You know, if anyone that has followed me and my WSIA days, how many times did I get suspended on that? Granted, it was smart to get all my suspensions out on the radio in college and not, suspension after suspension on professional radio and commercial radio where I'm losing paychecks here. But I said offensive stuff on my radio shows. And I still kind of juggle that line. But there's a difference between being stupid and, you know what? Let's see. If I say this, is there a high probability that I'm going to get fired or suspended? And if there is, you probably shouldn't say it or write it. It's as simple as that. If you have to think about what you say and, hey, you know what? If I say this or tweet this or Facebook this, is there a high probability of me losing my job? You probably shouldn't go along with it. End of story, period. And that's all there is to it. So, to clear it up, yes, Curt Schilling does have the right to say whatever he wants. Yes, Curt Schilling has freedom of speech. But yes, ESPN also, as his employer, has the opportunity, well within their rights, to exercise and terminate his contract. End of story.
In case you haven't heard, Wendy's delicious Monterey Ranch chicken sandwich is back. But hurry, they'll be going fast.
Boy, I gotta start cooking.
101.5 WPDH and Tommy Dreamer presents the inaugural House of Hardcore. Saturday, October 6th at the Mid-Hudson Civic Center in Poughkeepsie. Come celebrate over 30 years of pro wrestling history at the Mid-Hudson Civic Center. Making his first post-WWE appearance, WWE Hall of Famer Adam Copeland, formerly known as Edge. On the card, you will see Tommy Dreamer, Poughkeepsie's own Hale Collins, Rick and Scott, the Steiner Brothers, Big Daddy V, Brian Kendrick, Paul London, the Man-Beast Rhino, the Sandman, Carlos Colon, and so many more. Are you a super fan? Head to houseofhardcore.net and pre-purchase special meet and greet packages with Adam Copeland, formerly known as Edge, and all of the event's superstars. Event tickets are extremely affordable and are available now at the Civic Center box office, online at Ticketmaster.com, or at houseofhardcore.net. House of Hardcore, live October 6th at the Mid-Hudson Civic Center in Poughkeepsie. Get your tickets now.
And I don't know if this was edited out. I didn't see SmackDown tonight. But apparently in a in-ring segment, Ric Flair told Natalya to kill herself. Think about what I just said. Now, a Hall of Famer, probably one of the greatest wrestlers ever, feels the need to tell someone, and whether it's scripted or not, to kill themselves. Has Ric Flair, does he have no shame? Does he forget what happened to his son? Does he forget what happens every day with people that suffer from suicidal thoughts and suffer from depression and the thoughts of killing themselves? You got someone who's suicidal, but he or she watches the WWE just to get their mind off of it. Ric Flair's telling someone to go kill themselves. Oh, you know what? I'm a wrestling fan. Ric Flair told this person to kill themselves. I might just go do that. That's not what you want. And script, listen, I don't know if the WWE wrote that in the script. I don't know. If it gets edited out on SmackDown, you know that was just a Flair audible. And notice they don't have Flair do commentary on live Raws. Notice they do not do that because they don't trust him. Ric Flair cannot be trusted with a microphone. Live. Cannot. The greatest wrestler, 16-time world champion, Ric Flair is wrestling. I understand that. But right now, you just can't take the risk. You can't take the risk. And for people out there going, well, you know what? The programming needs to be more edgier. Well, really? You're going to condone this? Somebody telling somebody to kill themselves? Attitude Era never went that far. I mean, yeah, they had the Tim White saga and the whole thing, but he flat out, word for word. I mean, with the Tim White thing, you just had to guess and assume, oh, you know, the guy's offing himself. He told in the middle of the ring with kids in the stands to kill yourself. That's not smart. And if it was written in the script, bad job of the WWE. If not, that's a bad job by Flair, and expect the WWE to really cut down his talking time on programming.
Gosh, Burger Chef, it's Wolfburger the werewolf.
Where can I get delicious burgers? Where can I get fun food? Where, oh where?
At Burger Chef.
Where?
And now at participating Burger Chefs, you can buy fun meals that now come on Halloween magic meal trays. There's a magic trick in each fun meal. There are 10 different magic meal tricks you can collect.
Burger Chef, you're incredible!
Tonight, we're all cooking because Campbell's Skillet Sauces make it easy. Just brown some meat and add the Campbell's Skillet Sauce for a meal so awesome, you'll want to share it. Now everyone is cooking with Campbell's Skillet Sauces.
After every draft, people are going to sit here and talk. And I thought that once Tunslin was available at 10, I was tweeting out, the Giants have him. The Giants have their man, and the Giants are going to draft one of the best football players in the 2016 draft. And really, just like the Jets had the best player overall talent in the draft, Leonard Williams, fall in their lap last year, I'm thinking it's going to be deja vu this time for the blue team in New York. And they're going to get Tunslin. Now, obviously, you had the reports and the Twitter and the whole social media garbage with him during the draft, smoking a bong with the gas mask and a physical abuse assault case with his stepdad. So a lot of off-the-field issues that were arising on draft night. But I don't... It's tough. It's tough. Do you risk taking a risk in New York? But I can tell you this: if there was a lot more to these stories, he would have went past the 20th round, or not even got picked tonight. The Dolphins swooped him up at 13. Now, to me, the Miami Dolphins got the biggest steal of the draft. And that could have been the Giants at 10. And they didn't do that. They took Eli Apple. Now, Eli Apple's a good football player. Good talent. But a number 10 overall pick in a draft? No. No. So, I got to give this a C for Jerry Reese. Now, for the Jets, I'm going B-. I like this kid. A lot of speed with Lee, and just you needed speed on that defense, and I think the Jets got that with Darren Lee. And he's a heavy hitter. And again, the Jets knock it out of the park with a very good, very fundamentally sound defensive pick. Now, Bowles said he's got some technique work that he has to work on. But overall, this is a good pick, a good, solid defensive pick. And you just continue to build up the defense through early stages of the draft the last couple of years. And I think this was a good draft, a good pick so far on day one by the Jets. A subpar pick considered where they took him for the Giants. Not a bad football player as Eli Apple, but not a number 10 overall pick. That's for damn sure.